This is not financial advice, not legal advice for entertainment, educational purposes only. Anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, a lot of people have been asking me if I think that they dismissed my case right before Trump was elected president because they knew that the polls were showing that Trump was going to win, and they didn't want my case to be active while Trump was elected. Now, do I think that's possible? With these bad actors, anything is possible. The bad actors that are robbing retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules are capable of doing anything. There is nothing that I don't think they would do to maintain their superiority over the United States stock market. But I'm going to tell you guys something. If they think that dismissing the case in a district court was going to end this lawsuit, they think I was going to fold up and stop fighting back, they are entirely incorrect. I am going to have my notice of appeal finished this weekend. I will be taking it down to the courts on Monday, and I will be filing a notice of appeal. Then I will start preparing my brief. I don't think it's going to be that difficult because what the judge did in the order was absolutely crazy. The judge totally didn't even give an analysis of my main objection, which was they waited too long to file that motion. That motion is outdated. The statutes are very, very clear that after X amount of days, they cannot file that motion. But they filed it anyway. And the judge, even though I made that argument, the judge refused to even address that issue. And because the judge refused to address that issue, the Court of Appeals is gonna remand it for the judge to make a decision on that issue. I mean, it's almost guaranteed, in my opinion, in my limited opinion. I can't make an argument and then the judge makes a determination without even addressing the main argument that I had. The judge just ignored my main argument. And after reading it in detail, I've come to the conclusion that what they wanted to do is just kick the can down the road. Because had the lawsuit been able to move forward, they would have had to turn over the blue sheets. They would have had to turn over the trading history of AMC, GME, and other stocks. And they didn't want to do that. So somehow the judge dismissed the case without even addressing my main argument that it was too late for them to file that motion. Now, once that issue was resolved, every other argument they had became moot. And everybody knows that. So the judge just ignored the fact that it was too late for them to file the motion that they filed. So the only reason, and this is just my opinion, that I believe that they dismissed the case was to give these guys another year or a year and a half to hide and clean up the mess. Okay? Because I'm going to send it up to the Court of Appeals. It's going to take the Court of Appeals a year and a half to look at the case. And then it's going to be sent back down again. And they're playing games with us. Okay? They're playing games with us. They're doing everything in their power not to turn over the discovery, not to turn over the blue sheet, not to turn over the trading history. Because that is the smoking gun of all the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. The blue sheets are going to show us exactly what they've been doing for the last 4 years, and they're doing everything in their power to make sure we don't get it. And eventually they're gonna have to turn it over. They can kick the can down the road. They can have the judge made a motion, and the fact that the judge's order didn't even address the fact that I argued that they filed that motion too late tells me that they're just kicking the can down the road to avoid having to turn over the blue sheets, the